And greetings, my friends. Welcome again to our daily devotional Reflecting Christ. As believers of Christ, we are called to reflect Him in every aspect of our lives and to share the love and hope that we have experienced in Him. Today's scripture reading is taken from Galatians chapter 6, verse 8. It reads, "For he who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption, but he who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life." My friends, the lower passions have their seat in the body and work through it. The words flesh or fleshly or carnal lusts embrace the lower corrupt nature. The flesh of itself cannot act contrary to the will of God. We are commanded to crucify the flesh with the affections and lusts. How shall we do it? Shall we inflict pain on the body? No, but put to death the temptation to sin. The corrupt thought is to be expelled. Every thought is to be brought into captivity to Jesus Christ. All animal propensities are to be subjected to the higher powers of the soul. The love of God must reign supreme. Christ must occupy an undivided throne. Our bodies are to be regarded as His purchased possession. The members of the body are to become the instruments of righteousness. A strict compliance with the requirements of God is beneficial to the health of body and mind. In order to reach the highest standard of moral and intellectual attainments, it is necessary to seek wisdom and strength from God, and to observe strict temperance in all the habits of life. In the experience of Daniel and his companions, we have an instance of the triumph of principle over temptation to indulge the appetite. It shows us that through religious principle, young men may triumph over the lusts of the flesh and remain true to God's requirements, even though it cost them a great sacrifice. We should consider the words of the apostle in which he appeals to his brethren, by the mercies of God, to present their bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. This is true sanctification. It is not merely a theory, an emotion, or a form of words, but a living, active principle entering into the everyday life. It requires that our habits of eating, drinking, and dressing be such as to secure the preservation of physical, mental, and moral health, that we may present to the Lord our bodies, not an offering corrupted by wrong habits, but a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. A close sympathy exists between the physical and the moral nature, where there may be those who are truly sanctified will elevate the moral standard by preserving correct physical habits and, like Daniel, presenting to others an example of temperance and self-denial. Every depraved appetite becomes a warring lust. Everything that conflicts with natural law creates a diseased condition of the soul. With what care should Christians regulate their habits, that they may preserve the full vigor of every faculty to give to the service of Christ? My friends, I am inviting you to come to Christ and experience a life-changing encounter with Him. Therefore, we can all serve to reflect Christ in our daily lives. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/hopetv.asia hopetv.asia.